What's poppin', Soul Family, and welcome back to my channel. In today's pick a card, we are going to be spilling the tea on what it is that you need to know about this connection. So, before we get started, if you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you are interested in the deck we'll be using for today's tarot reading, it will be available for purchase on my Amazon storefront down in the description box below as well. Be sure to check that out if that is something you are interested in. And without further ado, we're going to go on ahead and jump into your pile choices now. Alrighty, you guys, so here are the 4 groups that you have to choose from today. We have group number 1 with the Temperance card, group number 2 with Justice, group number 3 with the High Priestess, and group number 4 with the Devil. So go on ahead and take a moment to think of your person and choose the card that you feel the most drawn to today. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose, you guys, and whenever you are ready, I will meet you at your reading. The timestamps for each card will be available down in the description box below for your convenience. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 1 with the Temperance card, and welcome to your reading, you guys. Okay, so what do you guys need to know about this connection? So the theme here is basically the Temperance card, right? Spirit is telling me to tell you that it is very important that you make sure that there is a certain balance in your connection with this person, not just with this person, but in general. Okay, so what I'm picking up on you guys, okay, so this runs a little bit deep. What I'm picking up on you guys is that throughout your childhood, which is coming through here with the 6 of Cups, throughout your childhood and throughout your past, you guys have experienced quite a lot of disappointment, okay? And I feel like this could be from your caregivers, your parents, family members, maybe even friendships or people that you were in relationships with. And I'm kind of getting the feeling that oftentimes you guys would have to retreat into a safe space where you could pretty much use your imagination as a way to like escape at, you guys might have constantly found yourself fantasizing about like what your life could be, or where your life could take you, your dream relationship, being swept off your feet in the future, or whatever it is that you thought would be your ideal, like, I guess, space. Like, it's like you used your imagination as a means of escaping, okay, from the harshness of your current reality, okay? Because, and I say this because we have the 7 of Cups here, okay? So I'm seeing that you guys have very, very strong, very, very vivid imaginations that oftentimes you can use as a means of escaping, okay? And I'm not saying that this is rooted in delusion or anything like that, but I'm saying that your imagination is very, very strong. It's very, very vivid. But you guys have not yet learned how to utilize this power and this potential that you have in order to create your ideal reality. You get what I'm saying? You're using this ability to escape from the harshness of your current reality, right? So we have the Magician card reversed, okay? So this is how I know it's like this right here that you can do, this imaginative ability that you guys have. It's like you are using that to kind of escape, right? And it's kind of messing up your manifestations. It's preventing you from getting what it is that you actually want. So as it pertains to this relationship in particular, I'm not saying whether or not this is a bad person or not. I'm just saying to be realistic about this situation. Be realistic about how much this person is giving you, okay? I'm not saying they're giving you a little. I'm not saying that they're giving you a lot. But what I am saying is we do have the 6 of Pentacles here. This lets me know that you guys are very, very giving, right? I feel like you are extremely generous with what it is you have, whether it be your money, your time, your energy, your effort, your feelings. You're just very generous. You're very giving, right? And Spirit wants me to tell you to make sure that with this connection in particular, that the give and take is equal. Okay, it's important that you guys are not giving your power away in this connection, because you have created a version of this person in your head that this person might not be living up to. Okay. Now, I'm not saying whether or not they are. I'm just saying that you want to make sure that there is equal give and take in this connection. That is the most important thing. Okay. If this person is giving to you, if this person is pouring into you in a way that makes you feel fulfilled down to your core, then that is how you know that this is a relationship that, you know, is really meant to be. But I do feel like for a lot of you guys, sometimes you will, and I use this analogy a lot, oftentimes we'll see people as their higher selves, will have that gift of being able to see people for everything that they have the potential to be. But unfortunately, we're living here in the 3D. We're living here in this 3D reality, this 3D realm, where oftentimes that is not how people show up for us in real life, right? And that is something that leads to a lot of disappointment with the 5 of Cups. We oftentimes feel like we're missing out on an amazing opportunity with somebody who we felt, you know, had the potential to just be so great, just to be so amazing, you know? And unfortunately, that's not how people always show up for us in our reality. And, you know, if you ever had, you know, throughout your childhood, if you ever had those moments where you just wish your caregivers or you just wish certain people would show up for you in the way that you know they have the potential, you know they have the capacity to show up for you, and they don't show up that way, it's like you would find yourself retreating into this space right here. The 7 of Cups, this is a card about, you know, retreating into your imagination, being in a constant state of fantasy to protect yourself almost, so that you could still like find that place inside of you where you feel loved, where you feel safe, where you feel like you're being loved correctly, if that makes sense. It's like you might have found yourself constantly retreating into this place whenever you felt like you weren't fulfilled or you were unhappy, you were disappointed, right? This is where you went in order to protect yourself, right? And the thing is, with this connection in particular, if you find yourself kind of fantasizing a lot about what things could be in this relationship, that is your sign that this is definitely your message. You need to understand that you even being able to go into this space of imagination, okay, if you step into this space from a place of power, you will quite literally be able to manifest whatever it is that you want. You can bring to fruition whatever it is that you want, whoever it is that you want, in your reality. But the fact that you step into this place when you oftentimes feel disappointed or you feel defeated or you feel like you're not getting what it is that you want from the people in your life or that you deserve from the people in your life, you are stepping into this very, very powerful and creative headspace from a place of lack, from a place of not having power. And this, like, it's like it perpetuates a cycle of you constantly not getting what it is that you want, right? That is what I am seeing here. So what you need to know about this connection is that you need to not give your power away in this situation. It's okay for you to be giving, and it's okay for you to be loving, and it is absolutely okay for you to have fun and have a good time and enjoy yourself with this person. But you need to be realistic about the way that this person is showing up for you. Are they showing up for you with the same energy that you are showing up for them? And if they are not showing up for you in the same way, in the same capacity that you are showing up for them, do you find yourself retreating into that space where you're fantasizing about how you wish they would show up for you, how you want them to show up for you, how you deserve for them to show up for you? Are you retreating into this space when this person leaves you feeling disappointed or leaves you feeling unhappy or feeling unfulfilled? Because you can step into this imagination headspace anytime that you want, and you can literally use it to create the life of your dreams. It's like you guys, I can feel your energy. It's like you guys are the daydreamers. Out of all 4 piles, you guys are the the daydreamers, okay? You need to understand that you can step into that space any time of day. It's like you are like a walking lucid dream, right? And in lucid dreams, you become in control of everything, right? You can be in that space anytime, in any state of mind, but you need to start stepping into that place from like a place of power is what I'm trying to say, so that you can kind of really fully tap into your potential. Because while you over here seeing everybody else's potential and what they have the potential to be, you are neglecting seeing your own potential. You are neglecting seeing like everything that you have the power to be, everything that you have the power to create. So all of this energy and this love that you're giving, of course you can give love freely and unconditionally. I'm never going to discourage that. But all of this love, all of this energy that you are giving, that you are pouring into this person, you need to make sure that it's being reciprocated. Okay. Otherwise you kind of need to pull back and start pouring some of that love into yourself, right? Because I think that oftentimes in this connection, this person, for some of you, or maybe half of you, or maybe all of you, this person might really sleep on how powerful you are and how much love and how much you bring to the table. They might really be out here sleeping on it. And I feel like this is something that is extremely triggering to your inner child. And you guys might find yourself dissociating from what's like really happening or what's really going on. Or you might find yourself in that space of imagination, you know, trying to see things in a different light, but realizing that you know what I'm saying, in real life, you're not being fulfilled. You're not being appreciated. Okay, this is like sort of what I'm seeing. You've experienced a lot of disappointment, and until you heal from that, it's like you're constantly going to leave yourself in a cycle or leave yourself in a loop where you feel unfulfilled. Okay, so overall, what it is that you need to know about this connection is that you know what you bring to the table. You know how you love, right? You need to make sure that you are getting that same love in return, that same energy in return, okay? Because that's what you've always needed, okay? That's what you've always brought to the table as a child. You've always loved, you've always been extremely giving, always been extremely generous, you know what I'm saying? Not selfish at all. But for the sake of the younger version of you, like for the sake of your inner child and for your adult self, you need to start making sure that, you know, your cup is being full as well while you're filling up everybody else's cup, you know, because just because they have the potential to fill your cup up the way that you fill up theirs doesn't mean that that's how they're actually going to show up in your life. Right. And so if this message is hitting and this message is resonating and you're starting to realize, like, you know what, I've been loving this person for everything they have the potential to be, but not exactly who it is that they're showing up for, then you guys need to act accordingly. Okay, that is my message. So overall, like, you just want to make sure that the scales are balanced in all areas of your life, not just in this connection, and your friendships and your familial relationships, maybe even at work with your coworkers, like all aspects, all areas of your life. You need to make sure that there is reciprocity in your life. That is the thing. That's the whole purpose of this connection. That is what it is that you were meant to learn, what you were meant to experience from this connection here, is understanding reciprocity, you know, in your relationships, right? All of them. Okay, so that is the message that I have for all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 1. Let me know down in the comments how this reading resonated for you guys. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you guys are interested in the tarot deck that we use for today's tarot reading, we did use the Kawaii tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon storefront down in the description box below as well. Be sure to check that out if that is something you are interested in. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye. Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 2 with the Justice card, and welcome to your reading, you guys. Honestly, I feel like this card is like a theme for you guys, and maybe even the Queen of Pentacles too, because I've just been getting this a lot for my pile 2s lately. But basically, okay, so what do you need to know about this connection? So we start off with the Queen of Pentacles and the Justice card. Okay, so before we talk about this connection, we need to talk about you. You are a very strong-willed, strong-minded woman. The vast majority of you are women. If you're not a woman, then you have that strong feminine energy, right? But Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, you have everything that you need in order to really be able to flourish. That is the overall message that I am getting for you. And you guys are stepping into this new era, this new chapter of your life where it is time for you to start doing right by yourself, okay? Because the thing is, when it comes to people that you love, because you love so wholeheartedly and so unconditionally, you do not ask for much. You simply don't. You do not ask for much, okay? But the thing is, you deserve the world, okay? And I feel like you guys are at the point where it's like you're sick of dealing with this bottom of the barrel, bare minimum ass energy in your life. And I feel like that is something that, you know what I'm saying, needs to be addressed with this connection, okay? So we have the 9 of Wands. So Spirit wants me to tell you to keep your guard up with this person or with this connection. Not because they're a bad person. I'm just not getting that they're a bad person. I'm just saying that you need to make sure that a person can walk the walk better than they can talk the talk. Like, you need to, give this person's true colors really opportunity to show. And I don't think this person is on anything wild. I don't think they're on anything sneaky. It's just that Spirit wants me to tell you to make sure that you're on the same page with this person, okay? Because we have the King of Wands and we have the Knight of Swords, okay? So there's a possibility that this could be 2 different energies, but I'm also just feeling like this is just one person, okay, that possesses both of these energies. Okay, so with the King of Wands and the Knight of Swords, this is what made me come to the conclusion, like, okay, this person needs to walk the walk better than they can talk the talk, right? It's like you guys are at the point where it's like actions are what you're paying attention to. You're focusing on the actions, right? And with the King of Wands, I see that this person does not hesitate to take initiative, okay? But they may or may not be the best at communication, okay, with the Knight of Swords, okay? Or it could be the other way around. But with the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing somebody who might be a little hard to read, okay? I had to think for a second on that one, you guys. It might be a little bit harder to read, okay? Also, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, we have the Hanged Man and we have the 4 of Pentacles here. So the thing that you really need to know about this connection is that you need to make sure that this person has the capacity to give you everything that it is that you want and more, okay? Because I don't know, I'm getting the energy this person might be at a bit of a standstill in their life. They might still be slightly unclear about what it is that they want, but this is the energy that somebody sits in when it comes to figuring that out, right? And we have the 4 of Pentacles here. It's also a possibility that this person might not even be sure if they are enough for you or if they have enough for you, okay? And I think that this is like a very big, very important factor when it comes to this connection, this relationship, okay? So that's why Spirit wants me to tell you to be like, go into this situation with your guard up, kind of, because you just want to make sure that this person is offering what it is that you're looking for, okay? That's the message that I'm getting, okay? And understand, like, with the 9 of Cups here, this is a wish fulfillment. So I see, what I'm hearing is if you play your cards right, you will get what it is that you want out of this situation. And I get the vibe that you guys all want different things. So Yeah, pretty much. Just make sure with the justice card, make sure that you are doing right by yourself, okay? Because if you go into this situation with pure intentions, you will find out, you will uncover everything that it is that you need to know about this person, okay? It's just a matter of whether or not this person takes initiative, whether or not this person takes action, and whether or not this person is genuinely honest with you about what it is that they can bring to the table for this relationship. And at this point, your person may not be that sure. Like, they might not be quite sure, but I'm feeling like communication is a very important factor in this relationship. But something is telling me to tell you, don't just lay it all on the table, right? Don't lay all your cards on the table. See what this person is going to do first. See what this person is about first before you really take action. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the thing is, it's time for you guys to really, sit on your throne and be like in your feminine energy. It is not, that's what I'm hearing. Like, it's not you don't need to take the initiative first. This person knows that it's their job. And I feel like right now they're just trying to figure out how to do it, how to go about it, trying to figure out the right words to say. Yeah, this person is just in the midst of trying to figure things out. And I definitely feel like Mercury retrograde could really be playing a role here because it's just like nothing is set in stone at this time. So what you really need to know about this connection, obviously nothing is set in stone at this time. If you play your cards right, you will get what it is that you want. Proceed with your guard up. I almost said proceed with caution, but it's not even like that because I'm not getting any sneaky or like malicious energy or anything like that. The main vibe that I'm picking up on is this person might have a little bit of fear or a little bit of nervousness surrounding like what it is that they have to offer. Like, this person, I'm not going to say that they might be struggling financially, but they might just have this fear of like them not having enough for you. Not so much about not being enough, but them not having enough to pour into you, okay? But I do see you getting what you want out of this situation, your wish being granted in this situation with the connection, as long as you play your cards right. So some numbers that might act as a confirmation for you, if you're seeing a lot of 1111, also if you're seeing a lot of 99 or like 911s, like that's just confirmation right there that this message is for you. And yeah, and before I forget, I do want to mention the zodiac signs. We have very strong Libra energy, Aquarius or Gemini. We also have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Like I said, I was getting that more so for you guys though. And we also have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy coming through as well. So those are the signs that I see for this connection. You guys, let me know down in the comments how this reading resonates. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you are interested in the deck that we used for today's tarot reading, we did use the Kawaii Tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon storefront down in the description box below as well. Be sure to check that out if that is something you are interested in. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye! Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 3 with the High Priestess, and welcome to your reading, you guys. So, what do you need to know about this connection? Okay. So, I'm definitely seeing that it's been rocky. Like, this connection just seems very, very karmic, okay? So it seems like there is some type of karmic lesson or something that needs to be learned here. Normally, I am able to pinpoint it, but in this particular situation, I can't really fully grasp it. I could just see like there's a lot going on here, okay? So we have the 10 of Swords here. I don't know exactly what this person put you through. I don't know what you guys experienced. I don't know if y'all just weren't on the same page. For you guys that picked this pile, y'all might have some type of fear of abandonment or something along those lines. With the 9 of Swords here, I'm also picking up on like anxiety, okay? Anxiety, maybe not really being able to fully sleep at night, having a very hard time just not just with the relationship, but just with life in general. We also have the Five of Wands here, and I'm seeing that you guys may not have necessarily really been on the same page. You've been through the ringer. You have been through the ringer with this person. The zodiac signs that I am seeing here, I am seeing air and fire. So we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We also have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I couldn't even think clearly, y'all. Also, we have Cancer energy as well. So with the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, I'm definitely feeling like maturity-wise, you guys are like kind of on the same level. Although you guys might both feel like one of you is more mature than the other. I'm just feeling like this is a relationship where you guys really triggered each other, may have really even brought out the worst in each other, but the good times were good, right? Like, it's like this person was like your partner in crime with the Two of Wands here. Like, this was like somebody that you really genuinely trusted. And the thing is, I'm not quite seeing that anything dirty or anything underhanded was done here. I'm just feeling like there was so many disagreements here. Like, maybe there was a lack of trust between the two of you, and neither one of you actually like did anything to the other, because I'm not picking up any like cards about dishonesty or sneaky lying manipulation. That does not mean that it did not happen. I'm just seeing like a lot of arguments, a lot of not being on the same page here, a seriously painful ending, like somebody having this really bad fear of abandonment or separation, and then it actually happens. Like, it actually happens. Basically, you do end up separating. The thing is with the High Priestess, it's like intuitively you guys knew that the end of this relationship was coming, or like that the end of this was coming, basically, but it doesn't change the fact that it didn't hurt, right? And I think that this right here, the one of the main lessons for you surrounding this relationship, surrounding this connection, was for you to trust in your intuition. I don't know what type of intuitive hunch you guys might have had about this connection. I don't know what it was that you were picking up on about this relationship, like what it was that was really kind of that gut feeling that you guys were getting. This right here was to teach you to trust it. Okay? And I feel like a lot of you guys might have had this gut feeling about the relationship ending, or, you know, something being off with your partner's behavior, or the understanding that you guys, while you might love each other and while you guys might have seemed really compatible at first, that you guys were not good for each other. That is the type of vibe that I'm picking up on. With the Two of Wands here, I do feel like there's always going to be a certain love. You guys will always have a certain connection and understanding with each other that is just like no other. Like, basically your relationship is just very it's like you guys have a very specific connection. Now, I don't want to say this is like a twin flame situation, because it seems very karmic, but you guys have a certain level of knowing within one another, and I'm picking up on like there's a certain level of trust here that you guys have with one another, but it's just like the relationship did not work out romantically. Okay, and I am feeling like there is a lot of pain here, and it might take a lot of time, because the Ten of Swords here, this is like the Three of Swords on crack. I always say that. It might take a lot of time for you to heal and forgive, but I do feel like there will still always be a certain level of mutual respect between one another. I think the most painful part about this relationship is still having love for this person, but being able to remove the attachment that you have to them. Because I do feel like, later on down the line, and when I say later down the line, I mean like a few years maybe, I do see you guys still being able to be good friends, right? So with the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, this kind of reminds me of my first love, right? My first serious relationship, right? I was so attached to this girl. Okay, you guys, for those of y'all don't know, I'm gay, but I was so attached to this girl, and I really thought that I was never going to be able to love again. and I could never see myself being friends with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought we were always going to be more than friends. I thought it was always just going to be us against the world, you know? And it did not end up like that. But, you know, a couple years later, you know, that was about like 11 years ago or so, 10 or 11 years ago. I still have a deep respect for her. I still trust her a lot. I can still talk to her about certain things. You know what I'm saying? We're still friends. We're not like close, but we're still friends. And that attachment that was there, that was so strong and like so painful to let go of, I'm free from that. You know, it took some time. Like, it took some time. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years for me, and that, I'm not saying that's how long it's going to take for you, but I am saying that with the Seven of Pentacles here, patience. With patience, you will get there. Okay, you won't feel so attached to this person, because when you get that heartbreak, oh my god, like, it feels like it's the end of the world for you. Like, it hurts really bad, right? But intuitively, you knew that this was coming. You saw it coming. But maybe you guys were in denial about it because you just felt so attached to this person. You will get to the point where you guys will have that mutual understanding, that mutual love, that mutual respect without the attachment, right? The attachment is what made shit toxic in the first place, okay, in this relationship. So I do see you guys way later down the line still being good friends, you know, and being able to really talk about things and where things went wrong without like really arguing about it. And I do see you, you know, once you're fully healed and everything, I do see you kind of really growing from this and being able to find that person that is really meant for you in the long run, like your life partner. You know, it might take a little bit of time, but what you need to know here is that you need to have patience. You need to be patient with yourself, okay? This is not something that you can just rebound from, you know what I'm saying? You just get over it. You get over one person by getting up under somebody else. No. Okay, and I feel like a lot of you guys, you just don't work that way. Okay, that will not help you get over it in the long term. It might help you, or in the long run, it might help you suppress it, but you know, yeah, that's sort of like what I'm getting for you guys. So I am seeing that this is somebody that, you know, it was a very painful connection and everything, or a very painful ending, should I say, very painful separation. But you guys will always, you know, in the future, you'll always have that mutual respect for one another. You may not be as close, but there will be a significant understanding between the two of you. And moving forward, you need to trust in your intuition. You know, when you notice something starting to get toxic, you can either address it right then and there or get out while you can, right? With the High Priestess card, like, you guys got to start trusting yourself. You got to start trusting your gut feelings. But what you really need to know about this connection is that the romantic aspect of it, I'm not seeing it any longer. Okay, I'm seeing things really changing and shifting for you for the better. And I do feel like it might take you some time, but you will be processing this ending. Okay, and it's very important that you do it patiently. You might have your good days and your bad days, but process it patiently, and don't be trying to get up under somebody else while you're still healing from this, because it never usually ends well. Okay, that's kind of the message that I'm getting for you guys and what it is that you need to know. Let me know down in the comments how this reading resonates for you guys. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you are interested in the deck we used for today's tarot reading, we did use the Kawaii Tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon storefront down in the description box below. Be sure to check that out if that is something you are interested in. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye! Hello to all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 4 with the Devil card, and welcome to your reading. And I just want to say, if you guys chose this card, you are bold as hell. It's like y'all are not afraid of the dark, or like you might be afraid of the dark, but that doesn't stop you from being able to walk through it, right? So, okay. So, what do you need to know about this connection? So, I do want to say, out of all 4 piles, this has got to be the most difficult, the most mentally and emotionally taxing, but the most rewarding as well. Okay, so I do want to mention that. It's giving soulmate, but more than anything, it's really giving twin flame. Okay, so whether or not this is your twin flame, only you can determine that. But we do have the Two of Cups here, which, you know what I'm saying, this is very indicative of a twin flame relationship or soulmate, divine counterpart. So we have the Three of Swords. It's possible that you guys might be in some type of separation or something, and it feels like you are just going through this alone, like you're carrying the weight, you're carrying the burdens alone, or this might be something that you've already been through with this person. Okay, it's like this connection has forced you to look at yourself. It has forced you to look inside of yourself, because, you know, I believe that everybody is you pushed out. Like, everybody is like a mirror to you in one way, shape, or form. But this person right here, they'll get to you in a way that nobody else really can, for real. So that's your confirmation right now. We have the Devil card. This person will make you look at the deepest, darkest aspects of yourself that you just you don't want to see, like you don't want to look at, right? And the whole purpose of this right here, the whole purpose of this connection was to help you to get closer to yourself, which in turn will help you get closer to God. When I first started shuffling these cards, I did notice, like, they kind of just kept flying everywhere. Like, the energy was just so wild and chaotic. So I had to reshuffle this quite a few times. But I do remember the Hierophant in reverse coming out, which makes sense because it's basically like the devil energy. So all the ways in which you are not close to yourself, or not close to God, or not close to, like, the spiritual aspect, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, all ways that you're, like, disconnected, basically. It's like this connection will highlight those so that you can work through them, so that you can heal them. Okay. We have the Five of Swords. Y'all triggered the hell out of each other, like so deeply, because it's almost like you guys are the exact same, but you are also polar opposites. Like, it's really hard to explain, but, like, obviously, if this is your reading and you have this dynamic in this relationship, in your relationship, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you guys are coming out as the Queen of Wands, and then we also have the King of Swords. So, the way I'm seeing it is we have fire and we have air. Right? What happens when you combine the two? Damn, I can't even pick up the card. Fire. Like a big fire. What is that? Twin flame. You get it? Do you get it? Like, it's all kind of starting to come together. Like, it's all starting to kind of piece together. It's like you guys really ignite one another, you know? And this can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. You know, this is like a connection that is seriously like no other. You know what I'm saying? And this is, reading these cards, I read group number 3 and I was like, yep, this is a karmic relationship. But I'm reading this one and I was like, this is definitely like an extremely high level soulmate, or like a twin flame. And it's definitely given twin flame because I'm seeing fire. This is the only deck where I see actual fire, and then the two of y'all, two energies, is just like you're burning each other up, basically, is what I'm getting. So I'm getting very strong Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. I am also getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Also, we have Capricorn energy as well. So I'm seeing there is probably a lot of conflict in this relationship. You guys not really being on the same page, or you guys like just really triggering each other really, really bad, calling each other out, you know, whatever the case may be. But what I am seeing here is that you guys have this incredible like love for one another. It is so deep, it is so intense. I feel like you guys have probably never experienced a love like this before. Okay, with the Two of Cups, there's our confirmation right there, and with the Ace of Cups here. Now, The thing is, I'm seeing there might have been some type of separation or something with the Six of Swords. You could even be at long distance from one another. It's possible. Or there could just be distance between you guys, either physically or like emotionally. Like you guys might just be feeling separate or disconnected. At this time, that is the time. During the period of separation, that is the time where you guys have to kind of sort through your shit and like really walk through the dark and really look at yourselves, you know? And it is not hard. It is, I mean, it's not hard. It's not easy. It's not all peaches and cream. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not, okay? It's just not. It's no walk in the park. But what I will tell you is the payoff. It is so worth it. Okay, it is so worth it. This person, if you know this is your other half, you know this is your other half. I can't tell you whether or not somebody is your twin flame or whether or not somebody is your person, but I can tell you it is a connection like no other. It is a love like no other. And the separation, yes, it can be very, very painful, but in the midst of the separation, you realize that the only thing that's really causing you pain is your attachment to this person. And once you release that attachment, you understand that separation is an illusion, because no matter what, you'll always be connected to them. You're never going to be separate from them, right? This is the time, if you are, you know, in the midst of this separation, this is the time for you to pour into yourself. This is the time for you to do the work on yourself. If this genuinely is your twin flame, you have to understand that every little bit of work that you do on yourself, you are inevitably doing for your twin flame. If you decide to heal yourself, you are healing your twin flame, because they are the mirror to your soul. Like you guys share a soul. So any work you do on you know, you're doing for them, and anything they do for them, they're doing for you. You know, that's just how it works, you know. And so we also have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So obviously, if you guys are in separation, it's like you're being prepared for this divine union. Okay, that's what this is giving, divine union, in which you both will be together, you know. It's like you'll never stop learning. You'll never stop growing with your twin flame. But when you come together for this union, or should I say reunion, this is where things start to get real clear. Like your mission in life, what it is that you came here to do together, it starts to become very, very clear, right? It's like you have a mutual agreement, a mutual understanding to, you know, come here, do what you're supposed to do, basically. We all have different missions, you know? But, yeah, you guys, I love that for you guys. I know that it's hard, like, I know that it's difficult, but I can tell you that, like I said, out of all 4 piles, this one is the most rewarding. And before I forget, the back of the deck, we do have the 4 of Swords and the Tower. Okay, so, and the Moon. I keep pulling these just because, like, it just, I don't know. We have with the Tower card, I'm seeing that the separation was like a huge thing, like a big tower moment, okay? And the Moon card is like you being in the dark. You know how I said it's like if you chose this pile, you're not afraid to go through the dark, you know, or you might be afraid, but you're still going to go through it anyways, right? And with the 4 of Swords, this is about rest. So this is about healing. This is your time to heal after this big tower moment. You know, this is your time to heal after this, you know, separation. Because this triggered some shit in you, okay? This triggered all of your stuff, all of your wounds, maybe even across lifetimes. That's why this shit is so painful. It's like you're carrying all this weight, you know? This is your time to heal. During this period of separation, this is your time to release the extra weight that is keeping you separate from your person, because what's keeping you separate from your person is keeping you separate from yourself, right? You're like uncovering the veil of separation, right? And that is what is happening here, especially if you're in the midst of separation right now. So yeah, like I said, the most difficult, the most probably the most traumatic, but also the most rewarding as well. Because I promise you, this is your person, they will be back. That is what you need to know about this connection, you guys. This is the only pile that I was getting, like, this is your person, this is your divine counterpart, this is like who you are supposed to be with. You're going through this shit for a reason, you know? So yeah, that is the message that I have for all of my beautiful people who have chosen group number 4. Let me know down in the comments how this reading resonates for you guys. If you guys are interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, you guys can book with me on my Etsy shop. The link to do so will be available down in the description box below. And if you are interested in the deck that we use for today's tarot reading, we did use the Kawaii Tarot deck, which will be available for purchase on my Amazon storefront down in the description box below as well. Be sure to check that out if that is something you are interested in. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye!